bisexuals. Thoughts? You pro? Against? Neutral? So bisexuality is something that's getting more and more explored in popular culture. And we're seeing like a lot of people like say, oh, there's a huge growth in like the LGBTQ plus community. I see this talked about like a lot. Like we're seeing more and more and more queer people. You know, where are they coming from? What's happening in society? And something I always want to point to is this graph, the history of left-handedness, where you see in the 1920s, it was the lowest ever with a huge stigma. And then it grew and then just about stagnated at this level. And it grew for a while, right? Like 20, 40, 50, 60 years almost. Until the stigma was mostly gone and nobody really cares about left-handedness as like a curse anymore. And so now it's, you know, it's been at 12% for a while now. And that's what I think it's like with queer people, with gay people, with bisexual people, with trans people, all these different types of people under the LGBTQ plus flag. I think it's much like this. I don't think it's like there's something in the water now or it's propaganda or anything like that, right? And so more and more and more, particularly with bisexuals, we're seeing more queer people. There's, of the growth of queer people generally, bisexuals make up the biggest part of that growth. They are the biggest section of queer people that are exploding the most, right? Whether it be just bisexuals or bisexual homo romantics, you know, or other types of people, right? Moving on from that, there was an interview with 20 women, and the women were asked a simple question. Would you rather find out, and these were straight women, would you rather find out your man is cheating or bisexual? This has garnered over 3.7 million views on the original video. It has blown up a little bit. And to me, this is like a very simple question, right? Like cheating there's like a terrible thing, right? Cheating hurts people. It hurts people bad. It's not great when somebody violates that trust in somebody else. It's absolutely terrible. And the emotions that come out when you've been cheated on are very, very terrible. That violation of trust, there's like people will be quite literally sick to the stomach. I mean, people have killed themselves after finding out they've been cheated on because the emotions can be so grabbing. I mean, more people on average understand what it's like to find out that somebody you just broken up with are now dating someone else or have been with somebody else after you've broken up with them. That in and of itself is already a hard feeling to deal with. But finding out that you've been cheated on while within a relationship, oh my God, absolutely terrible. Or bisexuality feels like it should have like no effect on you whatsoever, right? Like, why would that affect your attraction to somebody? I mean, they're attracted to women, but they could also be attracted to men. I don't see how that would affect whether you're attracted to them or how that could ever be worse than finding out that you've been cheated on. In fact, I would call this a ridiculous question. I don't even know why it would be asked, but it was asked. And so we're going to watch this interview. It's only 1 minute and 40 seconds. Let's watch.
Would you rather find out your man is cheating or your man is bisexual?
What the
Cheating or bisexual?
Is he bisexual and cheating or just bisexual?
Cheating like just he not in love.
Bisexual. Cheating.
Cheating. Bisexual.
Ooh, cheating. Ooh, cheating.
That my man is cheating.
That my man is a cheater. The bisexual.
Probably that he's bisexual.
That he's bisexual.
I'd rather find out that he's bisexual.
I'd rather find out he's cheating.
I'd rather find out he's cheating, I ain't gonna lie.
I would rather find out that he's cheating.
I'd rather find out that he's cheating so I can whoop his I mean, bisexual maybe. I don't with that cheating.
I'm gonna say bisexual, because if you've been cheated on, you just know. You know what I'm saying? That feeling in your chest. That is not cool.
I could get over cheating, and I have. I could probably take the cheating a little better.
I can handle the cheating, not bisexual.
I don't think I could handle the second one.
Cheat on me. Don't be gay though.
I mean, I want to know my cheating, but I would rather know if my bisexual, because that means he with on the low.
It's not for me. It's not. I'm not about to put a strap on. And that might not even be your desire, but
I mean, if he's bisexual, I don't care.
I ain't nothing wrong with being bisexual, but I don't want my partner to be.
If you out here sucking dicks, like, I can't. Where are we going from here?
Probably cheating because I don't want to know that you play with penises.
Like I don't want my to be
I can't be competing with
bisexual because we can still get busy together.
Oh my mother of God. Okay, there's a lot to break down here. Okay, so to me, this is a fucking question. This is a simple question with a simple answer. Cheating is 100% worse than finding out your partner is bisexual, okay? There's so much that I felt like we're okay. So the fact that somebody was like in chat like, well, at least it's equally divided. What do you mean at least it's equally divided? What do you mean? That is bad. That is bad. If it's 50-50 split, that's bad. That's terrible. That's fucking god awful. Like cheating. There is a 50-50 split in this room, in this video, on whether or not you would have somebody stab you in the back, violate your trust, and get busy with another person than you just finding out that your partner has an attraction of what other level to men. Not that they're dating a man, not that they want to go sleep with a man right now and they're requesting to sleep with a man, not that they want you to put on a strap on. I don't know where did that woman come in? Can we hear that again? Can we hear that again? Where was the one with a strap on?
Bisexual because I mean he with on the low.
Listen to this. Listen to this one.
I mean I want to know cheating, but I would rather know if my bisexual because I mean he with on the low.
What that means he's fucking with men on the low. Be very careful with my language here. Don't want to get canceled. That means he's fucking with men on the low. No, it means that he's attracted to men. And it doesn't even know to what level. It doesn't mean he wants to cheat on you. It doesn't mean he wants to go sleep with men right now. It doesn't mean anything besides maybe if he wasn't with you, he might be dating a man. Or maybe when you're not together, he might, like when it comes to pornography consumption, if he even consumes pornography, everyone's different, he might consume pornography that doesn't include women in it. It doesn't mean anything besides he is attracted to men as well, and he is romantically interested in men as well. Not even necessarily that. I know bisexual men who are just sexually interested in men. I know bisexual men who are only romantically interested in men, right? If you want me to get specific, you can call me like a bisexual homo romantic. It means like I am sexually interested in men, but I'm very romantically interested in men. It doesn't mean anything about them going and getting busy with men while they're with you or anything like that. It just means that they're attracted to men.
That's not for me. That's not. I'm not about to put a strap on. And that might not even be your desire, but
I'm not gonna put on a strap on. What is this person talking about? What is this person talking about? Yes, there are bisexual people who are interested in things like straps, right? I also know straight men who are interested in straps. There are straight men who are interested in straps as well. You do not need to be bisexual in order to be interested in straps. And just even if you have that interest doesn't mean that they're going to ask you or force you to do that type of thing. Number one, that's not a default for men, right? Because what I find attractive, or what bisexuals, like many bisexuals, find attractive in women are different than what they find attractive in men. So just assuming by default that they're gonna, I mean, she does correct herself, but just that assumption that like, oh, you're bisexual now? Well, I guess I gotta get the strap on. I guess you want it. Like you don't even know if they want it that way. They could be a top. You have no clue. Dude, I know bisexuals that completely throw out the top-bottom dichotomy and don't do anything back there. A decent amount of gay and bisexual men don't do that. Like, don't mess with that at all. Like, they engage in other acts. It's this assumption that they're going to do that. Like, look at all the stigma that is still attached to bisexuality, right? Even though it's the largest growing section of the LGBT community, is consistently the bisexual community. 100%. It's consistently them. And there's still all of this stigma around it. And it's so wild because it should not affect your relationship whatsoever. It doesn't affect, as far as I know, unless they're asking for something else besides just informing you that they're bisexual. It shouldn't affect what you do in the bedroom. It shouldn't affect your romance whatsoever. It should really affect nothing. No dynamic or part of it. So Look, right there in chat, I'm bi and I'm not taking it there. Exactly. There's a lot of bi people who don't, right? There's bi people who do, and there's bi people who don't. There's bi people who want to do that with men, but wouldn't want to do that with women because what they find in women are completely different. Look, I could dissect every problematic and be like a statement in here and be like a massive SJW or whatever, right? Because oh my god, right? This video is fucking terrible. You want to know what I feel like when I look at these women? I don't see a bunch of necessarily hateful people, right? Or like what we would consider hateful in like society generally, right? I feel like a decent amount of these people are the type of people that are like, oh my god, I have so many gay friends. Oh my god, I love Jeremy. Jeremy is my gay friend. We look at guys together and we say, oh, they're so cute, you know? Or hey, maybe they'll do that with their bisexual friends. You know, they use them, they have them like a purse. You know what I mean? They're like ooh, isn't this a cute homo accessory? Isn't this cute that I got this queer with me? Oh, isn't that adorable? But then, like, you find out, not even that your man's gay, but then your man might, like feels attraction towards men, shouldn't affect your relationship in any way, doesn't affect what you do in the bedroom, doesn't affect what you do when it comes to romance. It's just something you're finding out about your partner, and now, whoa. Not only is that I don't like that, it's I don't like that to the extent that I'd rather find out that you violated my trust and slept with other people. The amount of internalized homophobia. It's like it's like the people who are like, I am so fine with gay people, but my son, my daughter, my father, my mother, my family member, my cousin, my brother, my sister, my best friend? No. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be them. Couldn't be in the family. Right? The type of thing that's like, oh yeah, sure, gay people, woohoo. But then it gets close to you and you're like, never stay over there. Like, what really bothers me about this video is this is something that's like, it doesn't affect their lives in any way. This feels like it's just entirely stigma. Like their man has been emasculated. The way they talk about it, it feels like they view your man, their significant other, as somebody who's been emasculated when they find out that they're bisexual. Emasculated to the extent that it'd be like a repulsiveness that you find out that they might be attracted to men, that they're attracted to men, even though it has no bearing on the relationship or the dynamics of the relationship. But they've been emasculated to such an extent that they might be attracted to men, or the things that they just assume that goes in there with an attraction to men. This idea that, oh, they're all bottoms and they're going to want to be strapped, or they want to go do all this stuff with men. Like this view of queerness as an emasculating feature, you know, is very wild to me. And can I just be blunt? I find queerness not only like this is going to be a huge Dylan Burns SJW moment. I find queerness can be, even not all the time, like manly as all hell, right? And not safe for work warning. I'm going to make one right here. But the idea of the idea that I'm attracted to something with muscles and strong and big and you want to get in there and get rough and tumble and that's emasculating? That I want something strong? That I like a lumberjack? That's emasculating. It feels like it's the opposite. And you want something frilly in a dress with long hair and that's not emasculating? I'm not saying any of this is necessarily emasculating. But it feels like saying, like, yeah, I'm attracted to big muscles and strength and like two men and hair and like one hair on their chest. And like that's something you would say and be like, man, that guy's a pussy. What do you mean? He's the pussy. You want actual pussy, dog. It's so wild to me. This assumption that a man that is attracted to other men has somehow lost a bit of their manhood. They have been emasculated to some extent. There's no difference, right, on who you are or the qualities that you found interesting in a person that led you to be entering a relationship with them once you find out they're bisexual. It's just internalized homophobia and assumptions you're making about them or how the dynamics of your relationships are going to change. If the person you got with was somebody who was manly or strong or like any of these things, when you entered that relationship, the things that you found attractive about that person, those things shouldn't necessarily change once you've entered a relationship with them and you find out they're bisexual. What would that change? There's nothing about bisexuality that inherently makes you a bottom, even though that isn't something that's emasculating either. In my opinion, at least. There's nothing about like that makes them like inherently frilly or like there's nothing going to change their cadence and all of a sudden they're going to start taking like, hey, oh my God. That's the craziest thing. When people hear that like I'm attracted to men, one of the things that always hits me is like, really, Dylan? You don't talk like, you don't like, how's it going, guys? Oh, Jesus Christ, what a sassy, just kind of, I don't sound like how a queer person's supposed to sound, I'm supposed to like be very, what's the word? Flamboyant, effeminate, exactly. I don't sound effeminate. Like none of these things are just gonna like magically change. Maybe your significant other was code switching, which I mean I do to a small extent sometimes. If you get me tipsy enough, I'll start speaking a little bit more feminine, right? But these things aren't gonna change, right? It's like they think like once they've announced they're bisexual, like next day they're gonna come out in like a dress and they're gonna come out in all these. And nothing, not that there's anything wrong with that, but nothing about the character traits that you found attractive to them should change unless they've been lying to you about their entire personality. And if that's the case, the reason you're not attracted to them anymore isn't due to the fact that they're bisexual. It's due to the fact they've been lying to you about their character traits. My goodness. It's like they don't realize they would still be dating the exact same man as before. That's the problem. They think there's going to be some switch, right? Like, boom, there's going to be some big change and they're going to be carrying around purses and they're going to be putting bows in their hair and they're going to have a lisp. They're going to sound effeminate. They're going to go around and they're going to, limp-wristed. That's what they think. Because that's the image society is generally painted of what a queer person is supposed to look like or a bisexual person is supposed to look like. And let me tell you, if there's any part of the LGBTQ plus community that has the most diversity, it is bisexuals. My God. All the bisexuals that have a major role in like the political Twitch or political online community, like none of them fill these like character traits. Like the people I think of like Destiny, Vosh, me, like these are all bisexual people. They don't like encapsulate these assumptions people have about the queer community and how they're supposed to carry themselves or what their character traits are supposed to be. And so I guess I just want to say like finding out your significant other is bisexual, finding out that your significant other is like, is attracted to men or attracted to women, and bisexual in that may, isn't going to change anything about who they are in any way. They're the same person. Unless they've been lying to you about every part of who they are, nothing's going to change. You're not going to all of a sudden have them like completely transform themselves into this effeminate gay stereotype unless, again, they were lying to you about everything about themselves. Anyway, that's enough of this. I'm done covering this, but damn, man. This segment was wild. What a wild segment.
But I don't want my partner to be.
If you out here sucking dicks, like, I can't. Where are we going from here?
What do you mean? What do you think they're gonna do? Oh, God. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. I can't talk anymore. Okay, we're done.